everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make this Chipotle inspired steak recipe. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's get started. So I'm using 2 porterhouse steaks. Each of them are approximately over 1 pound, okay? I like to use them big boys, and I like the bone-in steak. For this recipe, you can use bone-in or boneless. The boneless would be easier for you when it's time to cut it, but I love me a bone-in steak. Whew, baby, that bone, I don't know, it do something for me. That bone gotta be big to talk to me, boy. So that's why I'm using that. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna drizzle some of that on both sides of the steak, okay? I want that to be on my steak because I feel like it helps the seasoning stick onto my steak a little bit better, and every time I cook my steak with it, it always comes out phenomenal. So that is why I use that. You could use another type of oil if you so desire, but I always go for the extra virgin olive oil. So after I'm done doing that to both sides, I'm going to grab my seasoning. I'm going to grab my steak and chop. Baby, this is some good behind seasoning, okay? For your steak, baby, it don't get no better than that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab some of that, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of the steak and chop on each side of my steak. Then I'm going to grab some kosher salt, and I'm going to put 1/4 kosher salt. I'm going to share it with both sides of the steak, okay? The reason I'm putting the kosher salt is more because kosher salt help give your steak a beautiful sear, and I wanted my steak to have a nice sear, okay? Then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to pat it into my steak, and then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna flip my steak over, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. For each side of the steak, I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of steak and chop and 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt for the steak. I'm gonna share that. So basically, if you're making 1 steak, you're going to need 2 teaspoons of steak and chop and 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Since I'm doing 2 steaks, I need 4 teaspoons of steak and chop, and I'm gonna use 2 1/4 teaspoons of kosher salt, okay? All right, and do not forget, I'm gonna have the exact measurements and recipe for you in the description box below. Have no fear, you already know your girl Freddie is here. All right, then after that, I'm gonna just go ahead, I'm going to press down on the seasoning to make sure it is within that steak, okay? To make sure it is well coated, to make sure every piece of steak got some of that seasoning. I'm gonna pick that steaks up, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put it on the side of the on the side of the steak, to make sure no piece of steak is left behind, baby, to make sure that seasoning is well incorporated in that steak, baby. Look at that. You just want to put it in your mouth, don't you? Sir, I already told you I got a boyfriend now. Come on now. You already know this about to be foul, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put a skillet on the stove at low heat, okay? It's not going to be too high. I don't want to cook my steak too fast. I'm going to put it at a 6. This is how I want to cook my steak for this recipe. So I'm put it at a 6, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let it get nice and hot, okay? So that when I put my steak in there, it could sizzle, and the sizzling will help my steak with the sear, okay? So once it's nice and hot, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to add my steak. Boom, okay? And as you can see, it's sizzling, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're going to let it cook. I had 2 steaks. I cooked each steak for approximately 10 minutes, okay, maybe like 5 minutes on each side. That all depends on how you like your steak cooked. The heat is not too high, so even though 10 might sound like a lot, it's not that much because the heat is not too high. But if you want your steak, if you like your steak a little bit more raw, you could just cook it a little for a little less time, okay? So I let that side cook. Then after I went ahead, I flipped it over. I'm going to grab me some salted butter, and I'm going to put some butter in there to help it get some more flavor, because everybody know butter make everything taste so much better. And baby, look at that steak. That steak steaking. Hoo-cha. That steak looking so good, okay? And then after that, once that steak is done, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to remove it from the skillet, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cook my other steak. I'm cooking my steaks one at a time because my skillet is not that big, and I want my steaks to have the space that they need to cook. I don't want to overcrowd my steak by putting two steaks in the pan. Now I really don't think them steaks is really big. I don't think my pan could really handle all that. Look at that, one steak and it's already full, child. Talking about full, let me tell you how I was on Facebook, and some girl, she had posted a picture of strawberries, and she said her what you call it looked like strawberries. She's Caucasian, and then she put a picture of a steak, and she was like, oh, this is black girls. And somebody comment, black man comment under the picture and said, well, I ain't never get full off strawberries. Somebody had to check her because she was trying to be funny. Anyway, about this video, this is the most critical thing, okay? Most crucial thing. Once you take your steak off the heat, do not hurry up and cut your steak. You don't want to do that. Let your steak sit for approximately 5 to 6 minutes. Let it sit, because when you cut it, you're gonna make all the juices run out, and it's gonna leave your steak a little dry. You don't want to do that. Let it sit for approximately like 5 to 6 minutes. We're gonna put it on the side and let it sit. After 5 to 6 minutes of that steak sitting and resting, and the juices has been gone inside of the steak, now you could go ahead and you could cut your steak. So this is the steak after 5 to 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start cutting up my steak. So for this recipe, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove the bone, because like I told you, I am making a Chipotle inspired steak. So this is going to be like I'm making a bowl, like a steak bowl. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove the bone. Yeah, just like this. And I'm going to also remove the fat, because the people in my family don't really like the fat. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove the fat. This is me removing the bone. This is why I told you if you want to do boneless, it'll be a little bit easier, but baby, I like that bone in there. And baby, I'm going to make sure I scrape up all the meat if I left any meat on the bone, because baby, steak is expensive and I ain't got time to be wasting no money on steak. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna remove all the excess meat that is left on the bone, if there is any. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to dispose of the bone, which is right here. Ain't nothing else left on the bone, baby. I tried. After I done took out everything, there was nothing else left. This was all bones and fat. That's it. So I went ahead, I disposed of that. Now I'm going to go around the edges of the steak just to remove that fat. Just like when you go to Benihana's and they take the fat out before they give you the steak. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove the steak, the fat from the steak, because sometimes it could be a little too chewy. If you like it, then go ahead and keep it. But I didn't want to keep it for my bowl because I ain't want it. Okay, so this is how it look at that. I told you it's just fat. You can see fat, it's not meat. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna dispose of that. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're going to cut into our steak, and baby, she is a beauty. Oh my goodness, look at that steak. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you know that steak ain't nothing to be played with, friend. It is juicy, it is cooked to perfection, just like I like it. And baby, it is very juicy. And just like that, you are done. Oh my goodness, friend. It don't get no better than that. Look at this steak. It is beautiful. It is delicious. And baby, it is juicy. Let's go ahead and give this beautiful steak a moment of silence for the beauty that it holds. Yes, child. Yes, I told you that steak was juicy, baby. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Find somebody else to play with, baby, because this I ain't the one of the two. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye. Until next time.